Said he needs level changes, fakes, and a low stance against the ascending Neil Magny.
Nice front kick there from Mike.
Yeah.
Wonderful line from the coach of Neil Magny earlier this week. He said he's like Batman with 5 utility belts. He's just got too many tools. They need to have him focus on just a few of those and make them more mean, right?
Yeah.
So John Gooden, Daniel Cormier, Paul Felder on the call for this one here. Fight Island 3.0, event number 2. It's a huge matchup in the welterweight division.
Even when a guy wants to take you down, though, if you're Neil Magny and he's in southpaw, he can kick up high. There's no takedowns off of high kicks. They gotta just defend. There's no counter. You can counter everything else, the low kicks, the body kicks, you can catch them. But you can't catch high kicks. So if you're Neil Magny with that length, you just start throwing shots up high.
Fascinating read on the stats for Mike Kьеса in what he achieved as a lightweight and then what he's done since as a welterweight in the 3 fights that he's had. It's just worlds apart. More volume, more accuracy, more takedowns.
He doesn't get hit as much, right? He's more fresh, right?
Yeah,
Johnny's
is that
just
as
more
well?
fresh. He's much more fresh now up at welterweight. He's not leaving everything in the gym. He's not going through fat camps. He's not trying to lose weight every time he goes into practice. He's focusing on getting better.
And it's allowing him to become the fighter that he's dreamt of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you win 3 fights and you beat RDA in your last fight, it shows you that you're on the right track.
Well, right now, Neil is doing a fantastic job of controlling his range. Nice left hand there from Chiesa.
Chiesa looks much more confident and calm in his stand-up right now. Before, he's usually running almost like a zombie into his opponent, trying to grab him to take him down.
Just kind of throwing punches to close the distance.
Look at how much more patient he is in the striking.
Nice right hand there from Neil, though. And Neil is the one really pushing forward.
That's what I was about to say, Felder. It won't stop either. Magny will not stop going forward. He won't stop pressuring him. It'll be on Chiesa at some point. There it is. Watch the lateral drop here on Chiesa. Beautiful.
Right in the center of the octagon as well, DC.
This is exactly where Michael Kьеса wants to be. When he gets to the over-under, he steps across, does a little bit of an Iranian, we call it in wrestling, where you step and throw. And now he's got Neil Magny right where he wants to be. You see Neil Magny using a lockdown on Chiesa's right leg to keep him from passing the guard. But now Mike is starting to pass.
Yeah, he's going to pull that knee through.
And look at all the shoulder pressure with his left arm.
And that's smart, right? That's keeping him pinned down right now.
Keeping him flat. As Mike starts to work that right knee through.
Nice
Good job by Magny catching it.
Chiesa in the top 10 of highest submission tallies in UFC history. So the heart rate of Neil Magny probably going up a little bit in these positions as he's got a figure 4 on that arm.
Mike's attacking the Kimura here.
Good job to let that go as Neil was going to bump him over. That was smart from Neil, too. He tried to sweep him there, forcing Mike to let go of that Kimura grip. But Mike's still pushing his shin down on that knee to try to pass the knee through.
Here.
If you talk to Team Kьеса, you understand that this is where they want it to be. The more they can control Magny on the ground, they would feel so good about their chances. And every minute they're making him fight from his back, they feel like they're getting better and better chances of him winning the fight.
Chiesa landed an outstanding submission against Carlos Condit, who had success here last weekend. Said it was the best submission victory of his career, but he hopes it doesn't end up being that way. He wants to go even better than that. Still, obviously, plenty more miles left on the Chiesa clock.
Yeah, he's got a ton of time.
So much pressure here from Mike.
Mike is such a student of the game. You know, he's been that way in every sport that he's tried. Well, in wrestling, in grappling, in everything that he does, he just fully encompasses himself in that sport. And you see him improving at every turn.
Last few seconds here in the opening round. We're going to see a second. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Have a seat. I'll take the ice. Big chest. Yeah, get those breaths. Just getting warmed up. You don't get overzealous, right?
For sure.
Keep the range.
Keep the range on.
Yep. And be first sometimes. I think you're waiting a little. You can be first and not step forward. You're winning when you do that. Let's make sure we put our head on the outside, right? When you throw the right hand, head goes to the left. And if you throw that flick, you beat him every time.
Get ready for UFC 257 by watching the full catalogue of Conor McGregor's and Dustin Poirier's fights on UFC Fight Pass. UFC Fight Pass boasts the largest MMA fight library in the world. Access it anytime, anywhere from your computer, smartphone, tablet, or smart TV. Sign up today and start streaming. Round number 2 here on Fight Island. Neil Magny, Mike Kьеса.
He went right back to it sooner this time. Look at that. Because Kьеса found success last time.
Good defense,
though. Yep, he went back to the overhook. Good job by Magny, maintaining his balance, getting back to the underhooks, and now he's in control.
And what Kьеса does not really want to have happen is to land on the bottom with Neil Magny. He holds the record for the greatest number of ground strikes landed in a single fight. He can do a lot of damage from that position.
You remember Neil Magny fought Hector Lombard back in the day? And
That's the one.
Goodness. Hector Lombard beat him from pillar to post, and he stayed in the fight, and then he smashed him. It was crazy watching. Watch Kьеса try to take Magny backwards. If he can get his right leg over to get to the side of Magny, he'll start trying to lift him.
Good head position here from Kьеса.
Yeah, before the break, DC, you were talking about his thirst for learning, and I remember when he was working on the broadcast last time, he was always grabbing you for little tips. Big Nog as well. I know that he got some rounds in with him. Never stopping that learning process.
He's constantly trying to get better. There it is. You see him.
Same takedown, right, DC?
Yep. No, well, this time he had a double underhook, and when he gave Neil the idea he was going right, he spun it back to the opposite side. Oh, great attempt there by Magny.
Wow, that was nice from Magny, but good adjustments there from Mike Kьеса to roll through that.
Yep, and then
past the legs.
And look, Kьesa's just kind of... Magny here is going to make a mistake if he goes to his knees. He's got to be very careful to stay within himself to not present his back to Kьеsa. You hear his corners yelling, watch the back. They know how dangerous it is to let Michael Kьеса on your back.
Yeah.